If we don't know what really is the truth, then you will be like you are from another world and you just jump into Melbourne and you don't know how to drive. Does it make sense? Thank you so much for this privilege again. The benefits of 7 biblical principles. I will not finish all the 7 principles today. I will look at the clock and I will not make it very, very long. Probably will go to 1 or 2 principles. This will be a little bit teaching style rather than preaching. Okay? Because sometimes, we need also teaching in our church, right? So what are the 7 principles? I'm going to make it one by one then. So the introduction is, we are going to talk about the 7 biblical principles. So this will explore counterintuitive. It means it's not easy to understand sometimes. If you don't think it seriously or use your conscience very well to understand this. For example, suppose you come from another world and you just jump into Melbourne, and would you know how to drive in Melbourne? You would not know. I have one example. A red light for go and a green light for stop. This is what we use in this world, not in another world. If you jump down from another world, then you would not know the red light and the green light. The reason why you know the red light and the green light is because you live in this world. Then you understand it very well. And you took learner exam or computerized exam and did hazard tests. And then what we did is driving tests. That's why you know. If we don't know what really is the truth, then you will be like you are from another world and you just jump into Melbourne and you don't know how to drive. Does it make sense? I don't want to say all the principle today I'm going to talk is just monopoly. These principles are from our Christianity. For example, the truth is quite important to understand in our church as well. As I already said, if we don't know what is the truth, then you will be like, you are driving and the red light, then I should drive or I should stop. That's what you are going to think about it. This is quite important. That's why we already urge people and we encourage people to read the Bible and to study the Word of God. It means when you live in this world, you will not be confused in everything you are facing. That's why we always encourage people and members. Even, this morning, Harmin encouraged the children to read the Bible, right? That's when we will understand what is the truth, then we will not be confused. Positive effect on health and happiness is lean on or depends on the truth. Even health, when you know the truth, you will be happy or you will be healthier. This is the principle. So sometimes people are asking, aren't we better off without religion? I read an article, it says in 1971 or something, there was a Beatle singer, John Lennon. Have you heard about him? He was actually an atheist. And he was dreaming the world will be united and there will be no religion, no Quran, no Bibles. The reason why we are fighting each other, the reason why we have First World War, Second World War, because we have our own book. That's why we are fighting each other. That's what he was dreaming, and he was singing, imagine, in South Korea in 2018. And that song actually convinced people. The reason why people are fighting and the reason why people are hating each other is because of the religions we have. That's why we have to eliminate these things and come together, and we will be united in this belief that there is no God, no other things to believe. That song and that idea affects a lot of people in this world. I can say North Korea, Kim Jong-un, he was actually convinced by this song. And until now, he still keep this belief. And what happened now? A lot of fighting and a lot of killing in his country. Don't believe this kind of ideology today. If you don't have God, if you don't believe God, there will be a lot of things, it will be worse in this world. That's why religion There are many religions, probably 4 or 5, 6, right? But we are in this Christianity. We believe God, who is the creator of this world. We are very fortunate enough to believe who really created us as His own image today. These principles are so much important to understand. As I already said, if we don't know what really is in the truth in the Bible, then you will be confused in whatever situation you are facing in this world. Let's go to the first topic. Okay, the first principle is, it really is more blessed to give than to receive. Think about this. The biblical principle is more blessed to give than to receive. So in acquisitive culture, I would like to talk the acquisitive culture. It means, people believe that society that views success primarily in terms of material and possession. This is what people believe in this world, that material and possession is the primary need in this world. But the Bible says what? If you have, give it to other, this is more blessing you are going to receive. So this is the Bible demand that Christians serve and give to other needs. People will say, are you out of your mind? You give everything you have, right? I worked in a company in Malaysia in 2012, 13, before I come to this place, and I was working in a Chinese company. Chinese, they have a money god. A money god. It means they have a god called money. That God can bless them exactly what they need and to make them rich. And I worked in a company, and one evening I helped the boss because the boss was sweeping the floor. And I said, boss, I will do it because I have time. I helped him, and I started to sweep from inside to outside, right? That's how we sweeping, right? Are you doing the same way? But the Chinese boss told me that we don't sweep this way. You start from the front door and sweep from the front door, and you just collect the garbage inside. It means you are welcoming money. If you sweep from inside to outside, then you are throwing my money outside. I really need to be very careful with whatever I do in that company. That's what people are thinking, to receive money, to receive money. And once I was sick, I was shortage of my budget, and I had no more money. And I asked the boss, can you please help me 200, 300 ringgits? And the boss told me, do you think I'm running charity? That's what he told me. I'm not running charity, okay? I'm running business. Don't ask your boss, money, because they are not running charity. So I was a little bit shameful, and but he was just joking, and he gave me some money. So that's what the world is seeing. Whatever they do, they don't just give away money and they just receive it. That's their instinct, and that's what they are thinking. But Apostle Paul wrote in Acts chapter 20, verse 35, it cuts against the grain of our individualized and success-focused mindset. It says, it is more blessed to give than to receive. This idea lately agrees by many, many researchers and many scholars. A growing body of research suggests that now, giving is good for us. I read it from Confronting Christianity, page 23. It says, volunteering has a positive impact on our mental and physical health. Do you believe it? Yeah, I really believe it. This is exactly related to our Christianity as well. The world found it now. Volunteer. It really helps us to grow. And actively caring for others often yields greater physical and psychological benefits than being cared for. People used to demand how people will care about me, right? People demanding. But there is a greater physical and psychological benefits than being cared for. If you care people, you will get more benefits. Psychologically, physically, you will be better off. Helping others in the workplace, even in your workplace. When you go to your company the first day, you don't know what to do, right? You are just walking around, I have experienced it. I was just walking around, I don't know what to do first and what to do later. And, I really still remember, someone who helped me on my first day. He was really, really, patient. And he was, of course, he knew me that, this is the first day of my work. And he just come to me and, friends, I can help you, come. That kind of people I still remember until today. We can be people, members of this church who can help so that, people will receive our help and our care. This is not a waste, right? There will be a greater physical and psychological benefits. Even the researchers found it. I read an article, it says that there's an atheist social psychologist. His name is Jonathan Haidt. This guy also found that, helping people and caring people have, more benefits for us. It says, surveys have long shown that religious believers in the U.S. are happier and healthier, longer lived, and more generous to charity and to each other than are secular people. Religious believers give more money than secular folk to secular charities than to their neighbors. They are more of their time and their blood. When I was a little child, I used to see when there is disasters and flood all over in the world, the first thing I see is U.S. aid. U.S. aid. U.S. aid. What is that? That's why these atheist psychologists also praise how the U.S. is doing. We also admit that the people of the U.S., they really give it. Even our Seventh-day Adventists can run up to today because of the U.S. I can say that. In North America, they collect a lot of money to run the Seventh-day Adventists this far. Why? Think about this. Because of the donation. They give it. That's why, the psychologists, atheist psychologists also know it, right? How much they give away to the world. That's why they receive it, more than enough in the U.S. I would like to encourage today that, giving is, much more better than receiving. The world, even the atheists and the educators, the researchers nowadays, they recognize it and they now agree with this idea. A study also found that no Christians live up to the radical example of Jesus, who gave his life to save his enemy. Jesus gave it everything, even his life. When he came to this world and Jesus didn't have a house, he didn't own a house. The Bible talks about the life of Jesus. He didn't even have a place he can call a house, my house. He go to somewhere and helping people and healing people. He was busy with, helping and caring people. I haven't read that there are some people care for Jesus, right? Jesus was sick and Peter went there and gave him soup or, I never read this. The life of Jesus is always giving, caring people and healing people. That's why many churches enable a self-focused, Christianity that ignores anti-ethics. So some churches probably, Christianity, we ignore. We don't still accept giving, and we still are going with a self-focused Christianity. That's what, we have to go and imitate the life of Jesus Christ. And this is a good way and a good benefit for us. What I mean to say is, there is a secret. There is a secret in giving and caring for people. That's why the first time I mentioned the red light and the green light, right? When you know what is the red light and what is the green light, you are easily going. Until today, if you don't know, giving is a good way. Giving is what the Bible really agree with. And this is for us, then you will be still confused what to do. If you are still hesitant to give away, then you will be still in a place where you are still stuck and you don't know what to do. So now, I would like to close with this. Giving is very important. The conference already recognized us as a church now, right? It means we have to give. we have to give. We cannot just be stingy. We have to give a lot to run this church as a, a strong church, right? Don't think, giving is a waste. I just mentioned, giving is a blessing. Giving is a blessing than receiving. If you give it more, you will receive so much blessing. I already talked about America. Why they are so much, there are many, many billionaires and millionaires. Why? I read Bill Gates donate how much money? Billions of dollars, he donate. Even Elon Musk donated. And Mark Zuckerberg, he donated a lot of money. They know the secret of giving. They know the secret of giving. That's why, today in our church, we have to know this secret. Giving is much better than receiving. Psychologically, physically, you will get more benefits from giving. May God bless you all. Thank you.